Hello everyone, welcome to a new video and thank you so much for coming back. So in today's video is all about grocery shopping and monthly shopping. Today's video is about living on a budget. With this economy of Kenya right now is very tough. So in this video I'll just show you how you can live on a budget and do your shopping below 10,000 shillings. So sit back and watch till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you find my videos useful, kindly consider giving it a like and comment on what you think we should. So I decided to do a voiceover because it was raining this night and I live under a ceiling board and it really makes a lot of noise. I just realized when I was editing this video that I can't even hear myself. So that's why I did a voiceover. Yeah, so I started with the grocery shopping. I usually go to the market to buy these groceries. Yes, and these are just sweet potatoes that I bought for 50 shillings each. I bought two of them, so two was going for 100 bob. This was really affordable because only 3 pieces of sweet potatoes is what they are selling for 50 bob. And I bought this arrowroot and the sweet potatoes from one person. I usually buy from a person who is selling on Amkokoteni because these people have specialized in only selling sweet potatoes and arrowroots. And I also like buying my arrowroots from a person who have already cut them so that I see inside if it is okay, because I do not know how to choose arrowroots when it's still in its original form. Yes, so I bought all this for 200 shillings each. Sweet potato was 50 shillings and this arrowroot ndoma was going for 100. Remember, only 3 pieces of ndoma is what they sell for 100 for. So here I was lucky enough. And he also added me a piece of sweet potato. I also bought some cereals. I bought some maharagwe beans. One beans is for my githeri and the other beans is for my rice. I like buying my cereals from the market because they are very, very cheap. Each was going for 120. Yes, this is nyayo beans and this other beans, I don't know its name, but they were really affordable compared to the supermarket. The other thing I bought was this basmati rice, which was going for 150 shillings per kg, and I bought 2 kg, so it was 300 shillings. Yes, I like buying my rice and every cereal from one place so that they can give me a discount. Yes, the other thing I bought is this pork pot and it was going for 60 shillings. I bought a little because I still had some more that remained from my previous shopping. The next thing I bought is dania and I bought this for 30 bob. They were selling 3 pieces for 10 bob. And I can say this is a little bit expensive because kitambo, before this shopping, the previous shopping, I had bought dania 4 pieces for 10 shillings. It's like each dania is 2.5 shillings, 2 shilling and 50 cents. Yeah, so I think it's a little bit zimepanda kidogo. The other thing is omena. I like buying omena from a certain woman who sells small omena. If you really like cooking or preparing your omena, just make sure to buy small sized omena, not big ones. I don't like big omena. The next thing I bought is carrots and they were going for 3 pieces for 20 shillings and I bought for 100 shillings. So carrots are really expensive right now. Everyone is saying that they don't have carrots. They would rather not buy carrots because it is really expensive. So this was for 100. Yes, and it also depends on how you're using them or on what you're going to cook with them. So yes, this was 100 shillings. The other thing I got are garlic. This garlic were going for 15 shillings. So for 3 it was going for 45 shillings. So I decided to put everything on top to avoid bending all the time. So the next thing I bought is a bunch of bananas. This was going for 100 shillings. 4 pieces for 20 bob again. And some have already been eaten by my daughter and my niece and my husband. Yes, the next thing again I bought is tomatoes, 4 pieces for 20 bob. And as you can see, their sizes are really big. I loved how they were. There was a time there were no tomatoes, so this was really a plus. And this was 150 shillings, and this one will take me even past 2 weeks because I like batch cooking and just doing things once. I don't like kitu ndogo ndogo, kidogo kidogo. The other thing I bought is these French beans. This was going for 100 shilling. As you can see, their sizes are really good. I shifted to be eating French beans because minji started becoming very expensive, so I said I can do without, and I found alternative. That was French beans. The other thing I bought is this capsicum. They were going for 20 bob. Tatu bao, yes, 3 for 20 bob. So I bought for 40 shillings because I will not be using too much. And they also added me 1 piece. That is the advantage of buying things from the market. You'll always be added some pieces. The next thing I bought is some avocados that these were going for 15 shillings each. I bought for 100 bob, and here is one that imebondeka because of the transportation. Yes, so each was going for 15 bob. This one was going for 60 shillings, and I loved this shape because inside kuna nyama mingi. The other type ainanga nyama mingi, so that one was 60 bob. These lemons were going for 4 pieces for 20 shillings, so each was 5 shillings, and I only bought for 20 because I was not going to use a lot. The other thing was ginger, and this one was going for only 20 shillings. I also found some pajamas for my daughter, and I bought it for 80 bob. The top was 50 and the trouser was 30 shillings. So the next thing I bought is this cabbage. This cabbage was really heavy. I was out of breath just lifting it like this. This was only 50 shillings. There was a time cabbages were not around, which is really rare, but hey, this drought really showed us dust. So again, my mom taught me how to choose cabbage. When you want to buy a cabbage, you lift it up, then you beat it to feel if it is full inside. Yes, that's the trick of buying cabbage. I also bought this pineapple, and this one was 100 bob, only 100 shillings, and it was really sweet after we cut it and ate it. I also bought some onions, and these ones were 4 pieces for 20 bob. I usually go for nembao. If I see it's a good site, I take for nembao. We save you will save a lot of money when you buy these things like this, and when you go to the market instead of going to your estate, instead of buying things from the supermarket, which is really expensive, and they are just things that come from the same shamba. Yeah, so those are the things I bought for the grocery. And I also bought some makaa, mikebe tatu za mikaa. That was 300 shillings. Each container was going for 100 bob. Again, I also bought some meat, mbuzi meat. That one is the one that I used to do my pilau recipe from my previous video. If you have not watched my pilau recipe for mbuzi, kindly go and watch it. Yeah, so those are the things that I bought for groceries, and they all costed 2,000 shillings plus 700 shillings for the mbuzi. So they were 2,700 shillings. Then again, I avoided buying potatoes because they are very, very expensive. Yes, so because I couldn't carry my eggs when I was buying all these groceries, I went ahead and bought my eggs the next day, and a tray of egg is going for 390 to 400 shillings, and this mboga was going for each 20 bob, so I bought for 100 shillings. The next lot is this one from the supermarket. I usually buy my shopping from wholesale. Some shopping I usually buy from wholesale and some from supermarket, but this day I decided to buy from the supermarket. And I will start off with my soko. I bought my soko for 193 shillings. I only bought 2 packets of soko because I had some from the portion meal, so I added the 2 packets to mix with the one from the portion meal because that is what we do here. Yes, because we are just trying to navigate through this economy. So this was 193 each. Yes, the other thing I bought is green grams. This green gram was going for 221 shillings. I would rather buy green grams from the supermarket than from the cereal shop, because when it comes to time ya kuchagua, you will take 2 hours just kuchagua green grams that you buy from the cereal shop. So that is the only thing I buy from the supermarket, and it was for 221 shillings. The next thing I bought is this Prestige margarine, the vanilla flavor one, and it was going for 225. This one I usually use to bake my cake. The next thing I bought is just this ice cream, this 500 for my daughter, and it was going for 230 shillings. The next thing I bought is this yogurts that were going for 59 shillings each. One was passion and the other one was mango. The other thing I bought is this Prestige margarine that I use to apply on my bread, and I also use it on my daughter's porridge and to cook my mandazis. And this margarine was going for 394 shillings, very affordable compared to the other brand. Yeah, so I usually just I one thing with me, I don't buy brands. I buy what I can afford. So that's why I chose to use this Prestige margarine. The next thing I bought are these guava juices. My daughter really loved the guava flavor, and these ones were 50 shillings. The other one was mango flavor for my niece. It was also 50 shillings. The next thing I bought, the other one was for my husband. He also loved guava. The next thing I bought is this Topex. I also chose to buy Topex other than the other jig, because it's the same thing and the difference is just the brand. So I don't go for brands, I just buy what I can afford. And this Topex was going for 386 shillings compared to the other brand, because it is very expensive now, and it is just the same liters. This was 1.5 liter or 1 liter, and it is just 396. Yes, the next thing I bought is this Nuru dishwashing paste. I love using the lime flavor. This is lime flavor, and this one was going for 296 shillings, and it is very big. I really loved the smell, and this was 800 grams for only 296 shillings. And this will take me even past a whole month. Yes, and I love the lime one. Yes, the next thing I bought is these scrubbers for scrubbing my sinks, and this one I usually just add so that there are just many. I like adding. There are still some more, and they were going for 125 for the 4 pieces. The next thing I bought is this nice and soft serviette. I really love them because when you pull them, hazitoboki, and they're also very heavy. So this one was only 96 shillings. The other thing I bought are these Sokoni steel wool, and each was going for 11 shillings. I bought 5 of them, so they were going for 55 shillings. This one's also I just like adding. There are still some more in my storage. The other thing I bought is this aluminium foil, and it was going for 153 shillings, 159 shillings, I mean. Yes, so I bought this for covering my pilau and for covering my chapos also. The other thing I bought is Omo. They have also become really expensive, and this one I bought it for 482 shillings, and they were coming with this small one as an offer. So this was 1 kg for 482, and the offer of 500 grams. The other thing I bought is this Zenta 1 kg grams of soap, bar soap, and this one was going for 165 shillings. The other thing I bought is this Ribena, and it was going for 513 shillings. This one, my daughter really loves this Ribena, so I usually buy it for her. The next thing we bought is mala for my daughter again, for eating with ugali, because sometimes attacking burgers I will I usually opt to use mala. So this mala was going for 168 shillings, and that is really affordable. The other thing we bought was this indomie. My daughter really loves indomie for as a snack. So we bought 3 packs, and each pack was going for 180 shillings. These vitamins we were given as gifts, so So they are just for, I think I'm the one who will eat them because my daughter does not like vegetables. I also bought this Mount Kenya. You know, I also bought this Mount Kenya, 18 pieces. This one usually takes us for the whole month because we are only 3 and we don't cook tea each and every day. So these are 18 pieces and it was going for 990 shillings. So I'll be doing voiceovers anywhere that there's a lot of noise. So the next thing I bought is Sifa tissue. I like the 10 pieces one. I like buying Sifa because it is heavier. I just love it, and it was going for 381 shillings. The other thing we bought is this Ken salt, and it was going for 70 shillings. Ken salt, salt has Zimifika 70 bob, and this salt used to cost only 30 shillings. Yes, so the other thing that I bought was this quencher, 2 liters, and it was going for 305 shillings. This one is for my visitors who always come without notice. The next thing I bought was these 4 pieces of toilets for my daughter who was reporting to school because we were asked to buy these 4 rolls of toilets, and it was going for 192 shillings. I also bought myself this strawberry lotion. I usually use Zoe, and I usually use the blue one that is written vintage lace, but this time I say let me try this strawberry flavor, and I also loved the smell of it. I really love my lotion from Zoe. The next thing I bought is 210. I also bought 210 flour for my chapels and my pancakes, and this one was going for 182 shillings. The other thing that I bought was sanitary towels from Always, and these ones were going for 55 shillings each, so they were 110 shillings. I am not a very heavy flower, that's why I usually use this type. Yeah, so the next thing I bought was Melvin tea, and it was going for 275 shillings. I really love Melvin Tangawizi tea. The other tea that I bought is this tea bag for my husband who really loves this flavor, and this one was going for 145 shillings. Yes, so the next thing I bought is this X mandazi flour. This is the one that I always use on my mandazis, and this one was going for 209 shillings. I don't trust myself with baking powder, so that's why I always buy the ready-made for mandazi. Yeah, so the last things that I bought from the supermarket are 5 kg of Naivas local sugar, and it was going for 720 shillings. One thing with sugar, they have really gone high. I remember I used to buy this same sugar for 500 and something from Naivas, but now it is 200 more with this economy. So, and the other thing that I also bought are the brown breads, whole breads. These are the breads that we always take at our house. So these are the brown breads from Naivas, and these ones were going for 555 shillings. I always go for the big pieces, but this day they were not ready, so I went for 2 of that. So those are all the things that we bought from the supermarket, and everything costed 7,000. I bought these things from 2 different supermarkets. One is my local supermarket, and the first things costed 6,531, and the other ones that I bought was from Naivas supermarket that costed 1,141. Everything costed 7,672 shillings. So that is what I always do. I usually buy things from my local supermarket, these supermarkets that are not very known, and if you compare with these known and big supermarkets, you'll find very big differences from each and every product, differences of 40 bob, 60 bob, even 100 shillings. And if you combine all these things, you'll come to a difference of around 2,000 shillings or even 1,500 shillings, and that is a very big save. Yeah, so that is what I always do. I buy my shopping from a local supermarket that is just found at our home. I don't go for the big supermarket. Yes, so if you have enjoyed this content and this video, kindly give it a like. Don't forget to share it to your friends on how you can live on a budget with this economy, and also comment down on what you always do when it comes to budgeting, and kindly subscribe to this channel. And thank you so much for watching up to this point. See you in my next video. Bye.